Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is your reading for the week ahead. Generally speaking, looking really quite good. Particularly, we've got the Ace of Cups here, all about the heart, leading from the heart, doing what we love, doing the things that really restore us. So there's a kind of reminder to all of us to find that kind of place, particularly in combination with the Four of Swords, the Lord of Rest from Strife. So this real sense of needing to take some time out for yourself, to recuperate. Is that in isolation? Is that out in nature? Is that out with friends? Whatever it is, but just ensuring that we're really connecting with that sense of kind of fullness. Again, that old adage, we can't fill other people's cups unless ours is full. This is particularly true as we've got this combination of the Six of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords. And there's a real sense of, it's always interesting with the Six of Pentacles because it's like, are we the protagonist that is giving or are we the protagonist that is taking? And there is a feeling that, you know, some people might be trying to take the mick a little bit this week, maybe pushing for slightly more than perhaps they need or kind of deserve. So yeah, don't be surprised if you get people kind of metaphorically knocking at your door, kind of making demands, or you know, it may not even be demands. It may be done with a smile. But this thing of there's very much looking out for giving the finger and taking the arm this week. It's not about kind of putting up the castle walls, so to speak, but it is about standing firm within your boundaries, within your morality, what feels right and what feels as though you might be giving too much. If it feels like, hang on a second, this person is slightly taking the mick, they're slightly taking, not necessarily advantage, but they're perhaps taking more than their lion's share, or I've given them something good and now they're coming back for more. So again, this might not be a particularly great week for loaning money. Of course, we can assist, but just be very clear on the boundaries of what that help and assistance looks like. Don't give just completely freely because there's a feeling that, you know, again, it might just be taken advantage of, you kind of giving the finger and then taking the arm, as I say. Again, we've got the Knight of Pentacles energy towards the end of the week. So very much about standing firm, standing strong, particularly in your belief system. So, you know, ultimately this week represents, and the message around this week is not getting caught up in other people's dramas, not getting kind of this seeming lack of gratitude or this seeming lack of, you know, we often assume that other people know the boundaries are where they are, but when they're onto a good thing and they're feeling like, hey, I really like this, can I take more? Can I take more? Can I take more? It's up to us, or it's up to you individually to say, no, that's enough. This is as much as I can give, or this is as much as I'm willing to do, but up until that point. So any kind of, not necessarily contracts, but any agreements, that's a good way to say it, any agreements that may be planted this week, are you being clear on the boundaries, on the terms, on the expectations? Because if you're not, then it's very likely that you'll come out feeling as though you've got the short end of the stick or that you've pulled the short straw. So to guard against that, be very explicit in what you want, be very explicit in your expectations, and be explicit on, as I say, I can give you this, but no more. Because again, you know, it's great with the Six of Pentacles, 6 being the number of harmony and this sense of give and take. But the fact that it is coupled with that Nine of Swords energy, the card that represents anxiety, worry, those kind of sleepless nights, it's just in that combination feeling slightly taken advantage of. There's ways to guard against that, particularly through the Knight of Pentacles energy. Coming back for a moment to the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords. Simply put, things like meditation is really good. If you're experiencing any issues with sleep, again, the Nine of Swords can represent that. Sleepless nights, quite kind of vivid dreams, not always pleasant dreams. Anything that is causing and raising anxiety It's a real reminder here to drop out of the head and into the heart and really look at what fills up your heart, what gives you that sense of nourishment, what gives you that sense of joy. It's not a week to get stuck in your head and overthink things. That will be the tendency, that will be the kind of pull. But because of that Ace of Cups and that Knight of Pentacles energy, it is really, really key that we do just lead by the heart. And in some ways that might feel a little bit selfish. But as I said before, if we're not able to recuperate and fill our cup fully first, then it's likely that we're going to feel, again, resentful. There's this big word that keeps coming up about feeling resentful about things. So again, it's speaking from the heart. Are you finding yourself in situations where people are asking you to do things and they might not necessarily be kind of cajoling you into, there's no manipulation necessarily going on. That's not the sense of it. It might be a completely innocuous or innocent ask. It might be like, oh, can you come out with me on Friday night? Or can you give me assistance on this? Or is it okay if we go to this restaurant? Or whatever it might be. But if you're feeling a resistance in your heart of hearts around that, then express that. Because there's a real sense that because you circumnavigate that, it's kind of slightly then goes to trip you up later on. It's not about being obstinate. It's not about saying, oh, it's my way or the highway at all. But the cards are kind of trying to guard us against ultimately ending up in this place and thinking, why did I do that? Why did I choose that? My whole instinct was saying, no, this doesn't feel right. And there have been times and instances, I'm sure, where we kind of just go along with things because we don't take a beat and we don't take a time to actually think, is this what I want to do? Does this actually feel right? It's great to go with the flow of life and to just work with what's being presented, but also we have to practice discernment and actually practice a point of, no, this is what feels right. This feels right, so I'm going to lean in that way. That actually would be me just going along with the flow because I don't know any better. So really, any requests that are coming in throughout this week, make sure that you're taking a beat, taking a moment to go, is that what I want? Does that feel kind of good and right? And if it doesn't, just express that with kindness, with compassion, with understanding, and just say, I'm so thankful for the offer. That's really lovely of you. But actually, I'm going to move in this direction, or I've got this on, or actually, I've decided to do this. Because there's a real sense of the times that you go against that grain, is those times where you feel kind of frustrated afterwards. And again, just as a bit of a kind of parting message, particularly with this Ace of Cups, it might be worth just really, you could do it literally here and now, but just placing your hand on your heart and kind of just checking in, saying, actually, what would really bring me a huge amount of nourishment right now? Is that rest? Is that play? Is that sociability? Is that meditation? Is that being in nature? What is the thing that would really restore your energetic coffers? And allow that to be the way that you work into the week. Don't keep procrastinating. Don't keep pushing it aside. Don't make it the last priority. Really, really bring it to the first priority, because when we are coming from that place, that more restored, that more balanced, that more equal place of the Six of Pentacles, they're the opportunities that we are less reactive to the external things that are going on. We're taking them less personally. There is such a theme, particularly with Aries, it being the first house, the I house, I am. There can sometimes be a tendency to take things unnecessarily personally. So it's just a reminder of, this has got nothing to do with me. And again, delineating, is this my stuff or their stuff? And there's a power in that ownership. There's a power in that ownership. So this isn't giving you carte blanche to kind of go, oh, it's nothing to do with me, it's them. But being able to kind of delineate and detangle actually what is mine and what is theirs. And again, really, really holding firm and strong within your position. And you may find that gets tested throughout the week. Little people trying to kind of push you into things. Oh, come on, go on, why? Oh, don't be such a spoilsport. Oh, we'll only go there for half an hour. Oh, please, you said no last time. All of that stuff will probably come your way. So it's just up to you. Just go, it's really, really sweet, but it doesn't feel right for me. So have a great time. Please ask me again in the future, but right now it's not what I need or want. That's going to be your kind of guiding light for the week ahead. I hope that helps. Bye for now.